shark bait has such...
Topless saleswomen are legal in Liverpool, England, but only in tropical fish stores. And I've got it from a good source that when people come in to buy those tropical fish, they hide in the damn corner of the aquarium because they don't want to fucking leave. Well, why would you want to leave?
They got the best seat in the house.
Exactly. So if you're in Liverpool, England, check out those tropical fish stores. That's for sure.
I'm going to have to remember that.
Okay. I'm sure you will. Welcome, Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. That's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. We are Tiny and the Prince. We are fictional characters, yet we're real. And how do we do that? It's not easy, but we do it. We do it, don't we?
Managed to pull it off.
Yeah, and some of you know this, but there's always new people. That's why we are the only Category 5 podcast in the universe. The only one. And just try to find another one. That's all I can say.
That's right.
And we are one of the few. We're not saying we're the only one, but we're one of the few immersive podcasts in the Mid-Atlantic states. We are only a minute and 18 in, and already we've had technical fucking difficulties. We're having the difficulties, but not you.
Right.
But here's the deal. We are a Category 5 podcast, and when you're a Category 5, this happens, but you just fucking roll with the punches because you don't know what's going to happen when you're a Category 5. Yeah. So we are a Category 5 podcast. We're the only Category 5 podcast, but we're also one of the few immersive podcasts in the Mid-Atlantic states. And we might even be more than that, but I don't know. We might be the only one, but I'll give a couple others credit. I mean, what the hell can I do? Yeah. And we are the patron podcast for the Church of Laughter, which right now is in the Czech Republic, but who knows? That may expand. And here's what we do. We will stick with the Church of Laughter wherever it goes to.
I like that.
You know, we won't just stick with the Czech. If it goes to Belarus, even though they fucked us one time, even though we will stick with them. Yeah. And we are also the patron podcast for women that do twat thrusts. And that one's pretty easy.
Right.
But like Ed Sullivan, we provide variety. And I didn't tell you this. Just this week, I read on one of those experts telling us you shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
We should get into one fucking category. And if you haven't been with us before, we don't do politics and we don't do religion, but we also don't do candlewicks. If you want to hear about candlewick, no, we give you a lot of different shit here. A lot of different shit. So, for instance, here, just if you stay tuned with us just this week, you'll get, I'm going to talk about a seminar I was at this week. We got Dear Tiny. We got a quick sports compliment story. We got Transylvanian brain freeze. We got the movie game. We got the music game. We got Argy Bargy. We got Sierra versus Beyonce, and we got Samurai Chatter. So there, you go to one of those fuckhead podcasts that you got one fucking thing about candlewicks. We're going to have a lot of shit here for you. Yeah. And New Scientist magazine. Mm-hmm. I read it so you don't have to. 3 headlines from this week. I'm sure you'll be interested. Yep. This was a headline. Everyone wants to see a white dwarf get eaten by a supermassive black hole. Do you want to see that?
I want to see a white dwarf eat a black hole.
Whoa, that would be good. I might have been a part of that one. Okay, better move on. Rabbits may eat their own teeth to boost calcium levels. But if they do that, what do they do? What do they do like 3 weeks from now?
Right. I mean,
what do they, exactly. Do rabbits have 32 teeth?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
I don't know either. But if you're eating your own teeth, they're going to be gone pretty soon.
Right.
And the last headline I'm going to tell you, there were more than that, but a giant marine isopod is said to resemble Darth Vader.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
And actually, there was a different name for isopod, a crustacean or something, but I wasn't sure if I could pronounce that right, and I probably shouldn't have just done it right now because I probably did. Okay, probably mispronounced it.
Yeah.
That's New Scientist magazine this week.
Right.
I went to a seminar this week.
Nice.
Yeah. Winter Warriors, it was entitled.
Ooh.
And it's about animals that either hibernate or migrate or adapt. And we're going to bring that up in Samurai Chatter, as you, I think, know, or maybe you forgot. But the person that for those of you longtime viewers, the person that put on this seminar was Julie the Hummingbird Lady.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. That goes way back.
It does.
That's like one of the first 15 episodes, I think.
Oh, I think it might have been second.
Yeah, okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, I really don't know, but I think it might have been.
Wow.
I think it might have been.
Okay.
But and she was enthusiastic, and first of all, about 40 people there. Not a real good turnout, but it's funny. We had about 180 for hummingbirds, yet for these Winter Warriors, they just weren't into it. But for those of you that watch every week, there's always this race, but this guy and this woman, his wife, they get off at a bus stop, and it's almost a mile away. And he always walks in front of her, way in front of her usually. Yeah. Well, I happen to come a little early today, and I mean, that's how I know where the bus stop is now. She was leading by about 25 feet when I drove by, but they sit real close to me. He ended up getting in there about 15 seconds before her.
Whoa.
And it wasn't because she had to go to the bathroom, because they both put their coats down and then they both went to the bathroom together. So I don't know. I guess she's not too good at hills. There's two huge hills. I wouldn't want to walk this, by the way.
For a mile?
Yeah, two huge hills. But he kicked her ass on that one hill. And then I talked about this one woman, too. This one lady makes her phone call right before it starts so we can all hear. And, she called this person this time to tell her, hey, I'm at a place that I can't talk to you for a while. Why couldn't she have done that in a fucking car? Number one. Number two, she was going to come over and, in case you was wondering, I'm sure you were, she was going to come over and pick up her computer after it was over. Okay. And we all know that.
Right.
Okay. And then there was another thing that I'm saving for Argy Bargy. It pissed me off. So there was an announcement even before Julie the Hummingbird Lady came on. Mm-hmm. The race, obviously, between the husband and wife before that. Yep. The lady in her fucking phone call is before. Mm-hmm. And then this announcement was before Julie the Hummingbird Lady.
Right.
And now Julie, like I said, she's into her craft. Yeah. But she was all excited because in the next month, you know what's coming up with her, from her organization that she's going to lead? The Woodcock Walk. Of course. Now, I'm assuming a woodcock's a bird, right?
I would hope, yeah.
Okay, I think so. The only thing one woodcock that
Billy Bob Thornton, the gym teacher guy.
That was a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put that on the movie game soon. Yeah. Woodcock, that was good. But anyway, this is the Woodcock Walk's coming up. I don't think they were looking for Billy Bob, but maybe they would. Maybe they should be. And here, there was a lot of stuff, and she did cover a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. But the one thing, have you heard about this migration of the monarch butterflies?
Nope.
You never? Okay. Some of you have, but it's kind of bullshit. There's this big thing about monarch butterflies, and yes, they do, but it's like 3 or 4 generations by the time they're back. It's not the same fucking butterfly that goes all this distance all over the fucking place. So that to me, that took a little bit of the pizzazz out of it, you know?
No, my only thing with butterflies involves the DCNR and how I'm funding DCNR. With my DCNR money that I pay for all my ATVs is going to fucking...
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
The DCNR is the Department of Conservation of Natural Resources in the state. I pay for all my plates and for all the buggies and stuff we ride. We have to pay for registration like you do on a car. Yeah. And all the money never goes towards anything we do. It goes to fucking horse trails and butterfly gardens for people to have fucking binoculars and shit to look at all this stupid stuff. So
maybe they'll be using it on the Woodcock Walk.
Maybe.
Well, driving up here, my wife told me, hey, this should be your Valentine's Day edition. Mm-hmm. I said, well, fuck. Now's not a good time to tell me. I haven't. But one of our good friends, actually he's your good friend and he's my friend now, sent me a thing about this is going to take place this Friday on Valentine's Day.
Right.
This Friday the 14th. Do you know about this? You probably do.
I think I do.
Yeah, I figured you would. This would be in Shermandale at the Sherman's Creek Inn. The Micro Maidens are going to be dancing. No, you didn't know this?
No, I thought this was the butthole thing in Michigan.
No, that's coming up that's in May. No, these are Micro Maidens. These are midgets that are going to fucking be dancing.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. So if you're anywhere near, I think it's near Mechanicsburg around in that area.
Okay.
Go to Sherman's Creek Inn because it's going to be all. Now, the only one that I knew was Bridget the Midget. She used to strip down in the city. And I think I told this one time. I was parking on an alley. I was going somewhere else, but Bridget the Midget got out of the car and she wasn't bad.
Nice.
Yeah. But there's plenty of small dancers, if that's what you're looking for Valentine's Day. Okay, one other thing. Our website, pghdivebartalk.com. We're finally finishing up our Valentine's Day wishes. And Jane did a pretty good job. There were a lot of different answers, obviously. But basically, she summed it up. She said women want romance and men want blowjobs. And I'd say, yeah, that's pretty good. But our new pick three, and if you're under 35, maybe 40, forget it. But not too many of you fucking participate anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your favorite 3 comic strips.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Young people don't do that anymore, but that used to be a big thing in the old days.
That'll be a hard one.
Yeah, we'll see you in the funny papers.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Yep.
And I thought that way. I didn't do a very good job. My grandson's with me again. I didn't do a very good job preparing here, but so I did that on the way up. But I texted 5 people, and 4 of them already gave me their answers.
Oh, that's
yeah. So
that'll be one I actually have to think about.
Yeah, and I think it'll be pretty good. Remember, one guy, a living legend, gave us his 3 now and his 3 as a kid, and that's pretty good too. I like that. Yeah. I like that. Okay, we're going to finish off this because we give you variety. We don't give you candlewicks. No, we give you fucking variety.
That's right.
We're going to give you a little numerology.
There it is.
And 90-year-olds are making a comeback too. It was only 88 where it really went fucking bad.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to ask you, we might have to do...
no.
Do we dare? Okay, and I got one I didn't even mention, but okay, 90 years old. These people are 90 years old. Jane Goodall, Sophia Loren, Frankie Valli. You know him? Do you?
Yeah, music.
That's why I thought you wouldn't know it. Bridget Bardot, Shirley MacLaine, Tina Louise. You know her?
That's the only one I don't know.
She was Ginger on Gilligan's Island.
Oh, okay.
Pat Boone. You know him?
Boone.
You probably shouldn't. He was he was a singer, but he wasn't a good one.
Okay.
Jamie Farr, you know him? He was Klinger on MASH.
Okay, yep, I knew, yep.
Sonny Jurgensen, you know him? He was a quarterback.
Okay,
Quarterback.
Yep.
And Shirley Jones, she was the Partridge Family, I think.
Oh, okay.
And there was another one. I think Judi Dench was pretty famous.
Okay.
So there's enough women there. We could do 90-year-old women.
Yeah.
But okay. Jane Goodall, Sophia Loren, Frankie Valli, Bridget Bardot, Shirley MacLaine, Tina Louise, Pat Boone, Jamie Farr, Sonny Jurgensen, Shirley Jones. Who would you like to have lunch with?
Sophia Loren. Yeah, I think that's pretty easy. I just want to hear stories about grumpy old men because that had to be those two dudes. Those guys remind me of Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets up on the balcony. I would love to just be in a conversation with those guys and hear her tell stories about those guys.
Well, we'll see if we can set that up.
Okay. I'm sure she's free.
You would think. Sonny Jurgensen sent his kid to my camp.
Oh, no
Several years.
Huh.
So yeah, I think I'd like to talk to him. And he was a real good quarterback, and he kind of had a gut. Like he wasn't a scrambler, but could he fucking throw the goddamn ball?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Now these people were born in 1990. Emma Watson, Jennifer Lawrence, Kristen Stewart, Margot Robbie, JoJo, Aiza Gonzalez and Sarah Hyland. I don't know if you know all those people.
I don't know Sarah Hyland for sure.
Okay, she's on Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
You know Aiza Gonzalez?
I don't think so.
Oh, God, is she hot.
I think you've had me look her up for something before.
I haven't put her on Would You Rather yet because I'm not sure anyone can rival her in my head. But, well, maybe we could do. So I was thinking of next week's Onions, Coochie, and Cat Piss.
Yeah.
Do we go with the 90-year-olds or do we go the people born in 90? Or we could do both. Original, we'll think about that. Okay. Athletes, number 90. If you're in Pittsburgh, it's T.J. Watt.
Sure.
And Julius Peppers was number 90.
Peppers, that's a good one, yeah.
And that's about the only two really good ones I had. And although this one's a good one, you probably don't know this. David Ayers, he was a Zamboni driver. Okay. In hockey, they have this weird rule. If both goalies get hurt, there's an emergency guy on site. You didn't know this rule, did you? Yeah, it's an outdated rule, but it's still in place. This happened about 3 years ago. He came in the game and won.
Oh, no way.
He was all nervous, and the players just were laughing. They said, have a good time with it. And I think he let a goal in at the beginning, but then he shut the fuckers down. I think he played for the Carolina Hurricanes, and they're playing Toronto, and he fucking won the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wow. Okay. No, I don't know that one at all. And I can't even think other 90s, to be honest with you. There aren't any.
I actually looked. There wasn't.
Was Golick 90 for...
I don't know.
There was Bob Golick that played for Philly, I think, and Mike Golick played for the Browns. Were one of them 90?
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Peppers and Watt and David Ayers, the Zamboni driver that won a fucking NHL.
Peppers was a good hoop player, too.
Oh, yeah. Carolina.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah.
He was. And then, so that wasn't very good. And then I couldn't find shit for number 90. So the only thing I came up with, the right angle is 90 degrees.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's an important one.
It's pretty important, if you're into right angles.
Yeah.
I never knew why left angles didn't make it, but it's a right-hander's world.
That's
okay.
Sure.
Okay. That's it for the intro. If that's not enough, I mean, fuck. What did we give you there? We told you about topless salesmen. We told you about. Are we still on the air? We told you about New Scientist magazine, about a seminar about midgets stripping on in Sherman's Creek Inn, and we did some numerology. But now we're coming up with the fourth installment of Dear Tiny.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my rights are all wrong. My friends, they all tell me that I've no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Signed, Bewildered.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk and the fourth installment of Dear Tiny. Mm-hmm. When you ask questions to Tiny about anything, I may add some shit and I may not, but Tiny's our main guy here. So, but the reason we are qualified, and you don't even know this, our team, we've been talking about us two being 55 years of marriage without a divorce. Miller got in touch with me.
Okay.
He's been married 24 years without a divorce.
Wow.
And then Jeff, 33 years, we think, without a divorce. My math is not real good, but that's 122 years.
Yeah.
Without a divorce. So we are qualified
that's a lot.
Yeah, it sure is. So, I don't know. We didn't know each other growing up, but I guess it's our strict moral fiber
I think
that
that's
brought us together. What do you think? What do you think?
And mindful discipline.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty fucking good.
Let's go with it.
Okay.
Right.
Mindful discipline.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. You ready, Tiny?
Let's do it.
All right. This comes from Ed at Jupiter, Florida. Dear Tiny, what's your advice on investing in cryptocurrency? How do I get started?
My advice is to stay away from it. I've yet to have anyone explain to me the whole benefit other than the fact that It's a way to get your money around. Everyone that uses crypto talks about the Federal Reserve and how it's their way around, having to go through the clearinghouse of the Federal Reserve and blah, 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 blah. This whole thing about I don't even understand. No one can explain to me how you mine for crypto. You hear people say that, like, oh, I got on my computer, I was mining for crypto.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? There was a computer that somebody lost that had all those millions of dollars in crypto they mined, and they lost the computer. What good is that? If you dig gold, you can at least dig it and unbury it out of your yard. You can't do that with crypto. So my advice to you is stay away from it, especially all these ones that pop up overnight. It seems like everybody has one. You could start it. It's like Monopoly money. Everybody starts like, oh, here, invest in my crypto. It all just seems like a Ponzi scheme to me. So my advice is we've been investing, ever since the 30s when the market crashed and all the insurances and all the other thing. Just go invest somewhere else. That's my advice.
Okay, my 2 cents is I don't know what it is. I don't care. Okay. Okay. Next question.
Go ahead.
This comes from Mike from McCandless.
Ooh.
Kind of where I live.
Yeah.
Actually, I lived in McCandless for 20 years or so.
We were in McCandless.
Yes, you were. Yeah.
Yep.
Dear Tiny, I grew up in a family of 5 boys. My wife is having our first baby girl next month. Mm-hmm. I'm a little nervous about raising a daughter. I know all about boys growing up. What's your advice for raising a little girl?
Oh man, they're way worse. I mean, we don't have any boys, but dudes would just work it out. Be prepared not only to mediate with the way the girls treat each other, but the girl and the mother. You're gonna do nothing but mediate and arbitrate. Be prepared to do a lot of that in both cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 3 daughters.
Yeah.
But I am now once in a while spending a lot of time with my grandson. Mm-hmm. If you're bringing up daughters, enjoy the first few years because it's way easier. Man, grandson. They say there's no difference, but there's a damn difference. My grandson tries to climb on everything and break his neck every second he can.
Yeah.
However, afterwards, I heard this saying once, and I got to go with it. When you have a son, you have to worry about one dick. When you have a daughter, you have to worry about all of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you have that to look forward to, pal.
Yes.
All right. This next one comes from Flip.
Yes. Living legend.
Yes. And a living legend. What advice would you, Dear Tiny, what advice would you have for someone that wants to build and maintain meaningful, enduring relationships with friends?
Oh, man.
I think he's asking the wrong fucking guy.
Yeah, he must think I'm a good friend is what only thing I could think. I mean, that's all that.
Not necessarily.
Oh, yeah.
He's asking that question, so maybe he doesn't know how to do that with you.
Listen, my whole thing, I'm loyal to a fault when it comes to this shit. So, oh yeah, no, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I'm loyal to a fault.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You think I? How can you question? This is episode fucking 90. I put it up with you.
I'm pretty easy. Look at our live studio audiences over the time.
Very interesting.
Your daughter's here now.
Yeah.
Your mother-in-law comes in. Your wife doesn't even stay here. Last week she said she was going to stay, and then she got the hell out of here. And then when she came back, she didn't stay. She went in another room. So yeah, I don't know about that, but okay. So what's your?
Listen. I don't know when it comes to that. I'm good at remembering stuff that happens in like face to face. So like, I don't.
No, you're not.
No, that's not true. No. Like when people tell me stuff, I just remember it. I think I don't have to need one of those Rolodexes like, oh, has 2 kids and whatever. I just kind of remember stuff. And I think people appreciate that.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, there's certain things don't you have instances where you think of, like, you see something on TV and it reminds you of somebody at some point in time?
Yeah. When I see the Pillsbury Doughboy, I think of you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a good answer for it. I don't
either.
I think you're either good at it or you're not, right? Like
I'm going to go with the way
I think shitty friends don't think of anybody but themselves.
Okay. I'm gonna go away with cryptocurrency. I don't give a shit. Okay, we got one more.
Ooh.
This comes from McKees Rocks Mary. Dear Tiny, my boyfriend is going to be 20 years old next month. I'd like to give him something nice for his birthday. What do you think he'd like?
Oh, man. Well, if he's in McKees Rocks, maybe a trip to the strip club. I forget what's called down there now. Shit. Actually, that's a good story with Flip. I have a great story for me and Flip our senior year.
Yeah, well, you'll probably tell it off air because that's what you usually do with your great stories. And then you waste our damn time now. Huh?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. 20-year-old birthday? I don't what do you want at that point? You didn't have any responsibility, so something fun, right? Something you want to go party and go out like on the south side or something. I don't know. I was working at that point and I didn't have a family or anything at that point. At 20. What did you want when you were 20?
A BJ from your hottest friend.
Yeah, that's probably
wouldn't that be pretty good?
Yeah, just like Valentine's Day.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That's a pretty easy one.
Yeah. All right. That's it for Dear Tiny. I'm going to be back. I'm going to have a story about, I don't know if it was a compliment or not. You're going to be the judge. Okay. It's going to be like an extension of Dear Tiny. I have a story, and you're going to tell me if this was a compliment or not.
Got it.
All right. Divebar Talk's your song. We're doing another take. Let's try it out.
Welcome back, Pittsburgh Divebar Talk. This is where usually one or two of us tell a story. I asked Tiny if he wanted to tell a story during this time, and you didn't really. But that's better than last week when you said you did want to tell a story. Then right as we were about ready to do it, then you said, I don't know what I'm supposed to say here.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, we're going to make this part of Dear Tiny because at the end of this story, I want and I might have told you this story. There's no way you remember it. Okay. I played basketball at Kent State. Actually, I sat basketball at Kent State. I didn't fucking ever get in, hardly ever got in. My freshman year was kind of good because we had a freshman team. Mm-hmm. So I did have a few moments there. But then sophomore year, I never fucking got in. And then that was it for my career. But it took me 4 more years to graduate. So it took me, count them 6 years. Uh-huh. And then unbelievably, I go to grad school at Miami of Ohio.
Can't get enough.
And I'm in charge of the major sports intramurals. Mm-hmm. And it's my second year at grad school that when I'm in charge, if there was a problem, I had to take care of it. Mm. And somebody filed a formal complaint for a forfeit, and I have to bring in the people, and I have to make that decision. Mm-hmm. So, guy comes in, and I introduce myself. When he sits down, he said, "Did you play basketball at Kent State?" And I'm thinking, this is 6 years later. 6 years later, I'm thinking, I never got in. This guy must be related to someone I played with, or did he remember a freshman game or something like that? And I said, yeah, I did. And before I even had a chance to say anything, he said, man, you used to do some wild ass shit on the bench. No, I was happy he remembered me, but is that a compliment or not? This is what I'm asking Dear Tiny. I don't know. I even had to think, and I can't even remember all this shit. I remember going in the stands and getting popcorn once.
Yeah.
And I remember doing some other shit, but I didn't think it was memorable enough from 6 years later. The guy, by the way, he lived in Kent. He grew up in Kent. So he was like in junior high when I was playing. And I don't know.
So let me ask it this way. Is he the egregious party that the complaint was filed against?
No,
he's trying to butter you up? No, he was the guy.
Yeah, but okay, he was trying to butter me up. But the fact that he remembered, no one would know that. And I had this, I'm not going to get into it. I had this compromise that I used, and it worked 98% of the time where everyone was happy. Yeah. And I used that. So that had no bearing on what I was going to do there. You know? No, that's a good question. But no, the fact that he remembered, but it's wild ass shit I did on the bench. Should I have been happier thinking, wow, what a fuck up I was?
I mean, this goes down to like the whole legacy thing, right? Like, what do you want to be known for when you're gone, right? And I guess.
Well, I wanted to be a good player, but obviously I wasn't. So if you're not a good player, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
being remembered 6 years later.
Remember for anything.
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
rather than what, like no one's gonna. Yeah.
Okay, so I should take it.
I would take that
as a compliment.
I would. Hell yeah.
Okay, how about that, people? I did wild ass shit on the bench, and people fucking remember.
Right.
How about that? Okay, all right. That's my story and my compliment.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back with Transylvanian brain freeze.
Transylvania brain freeze.
Welcome back. This used to be Facts of the Week, but now it's a lot more popular because it's Transylvanian brain freeze. Got 4 facts, like every week, just about. Shania Bennett of Alabama gave birth to her son Dallas. Okay, in a Krispy Kreme parking lot.
Of course she did.
It was during a snowstorm in fucking in Alabama.
Oh yeah. What the hell?
I know.
Although if it was a couple weeks ago,
and it must have been.
Yeah.
This is recent. Krispy Kreme awarded her free donuts for a year.
oh,
And Shania said it would have been an experience to remember even without the donuts. So how about that? Huh?
how about wow?
Yeah,
That's just okay. Good for her.
yeah. Now
That's a good one.
you remember I had my daughter on
On the floor.
the floor of my living room. If
Yeah.
I'd have just made it a little further into like a Burger King or
Yeah.
something, shit, maybe I'd had a free fucking burgers.
Whoppers for life.
Yeah, fuck. I fucked up. Here, I brought my wife back in from the car. I should have said, get your ass in there. We got burgers coming. Okay. This is number 2 here, folks. Dr. Chen Wai Nong.
Right.
He's a plastic surgeon from Taiwan. He posted an educational video on social media that drew millions of views. You know what he did?
Oh, I might need this guy. Go ahead.
I don't think so.
Yes, I might need plastic surgery on my butt.
Okay, well, this dude performed a vasectomy on himself.
Oh!
Hey, this is Transylvanian brain freeze, pal. I don't just come up with bullshit, you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a vasectomy on himself
That made
on social media.
That just made my balls hurt when you said that. That's
And
so
you know what
bad.
Dr. Nong had to say? He said it was a strange feeling to touch and suture my own urethra. Some moments were very painful. I am very brave. No, you're a fucking
you're a
dickhead.
moron.
You're
You're
a
a moron.
stupid motherfucking dickhead. That's what you are. That's what you are.
And what did all those views get you other than on our show? What else do you have to show for it? Good night.
By the way, your daughter left. Did you have any other when we had Dear Tiny for what to give a 20-year-old guy?
Boy, that was
I know you settled down there. Were you going to say anything else?
You went pretty much the way I did there.
Right.
Yeah. That was a little. Yeah.
I mean, I
something
thought
they didn't see.
I thought the BJ was obvious, but then I thought, wow, getting it from a hot friend would even be better.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so who was that from? That was from McKees Rocks Mary.
That's right.
All right. I'm sorry. I digressed, which I often do.
Right.
Then number 3 of Transylvanian brain freeze. This was a Mississippi lawmaker, Brockford Blackman. He's introduced legislation
Right.
which would make it illegal for men to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. You know what that is? Yeah.
Come
Masturbating.
on. Right.
What the fuck?
Come on.
The only thing I heard, a lot of people are going to move to Arkansas. Why stay in Mississippi? If that shit's illegal, huh? And who's going to police that one?
Well, right. What do you? And you know, why are you here today? Well, I'm here to protest. I'm here to dispute the fact that I was charged with.
I discharged genetic material
Yeah.
without the intent to fertilize an embryo.
How do you plead? Good night.
All right. One more for you. One more. This happened in Houston, Texas. Rats are chowing down on piles of weed and magic mushrooms. that have been seized and stored at the police headquarters.
Oh, come on.
Mayor John Whitmire, he said, we got 400,000 pounds of marijuana that the rats are the only ones enjoying. And exterminators have not had much luck getting rid of the drug-addicted rats. Peter Stout of the Forensic Science Center said, they're tough to deal with. Now, this isn't our would you rather time, but would you rather be a rat in Houston or a tropical fish in Liverpool?
Oh, now that's a tough one.
Yeah. How about that?
Some titties or some free weed? I don't know. I'm going to take the rat because there's an unlimited supply of that.
Yeah,
you might be able to, you know.
And even another rat probably looks pretty good.
Yeah, when you're all fucked up.
400,000 pounds of weed. Okay, so there you go. And it looks like we're going a little quicker. It's cold here in the cathedral, and we've already run out of one tank of fucking gas, and we think this one's just about out. So, we're trying to talk fast. How about that? So we'll be back with the movie game. Okay, welcome back. This used to be a serious time, but now that we've separated the movie and the music game, this is the movie game, so you can still have some fun. And remember, I'm going to give you characters, and then I'm going to give you actors. And you can pause and think about it, but
don't cheat.
Don't cheat. No, we talked about this before about our 122 years of I might have made that up.
No,
I think it was 122, right?
It was too.
Of marriage without a divorce. So we have moral fiber here, you know. Right. And we are fictional characters that are real. How do we do that? It's not easy.
That's right.
Okay.
Don't try this at home.
What the fuck you got that?
No, my phone's all jacked up again.
Did they all hear this shit?
Talking. Yeah, they can hear it. It's like I don't even know what it is running.
This just goes to show that we don't edit things because.
Okay, I don't know. All
right. Here we go. We talked about this movie before. But I don't know in what context, because I actually do keep everything we've done.
Oh, do you?
And this was not, we did not do this movie in this. I remember talking about it.
Okay.
But anyway, here are 6 characters from this movie.
Oh, boy.
Alex Kintner.
Okay.
Hendricks.
Oh, boy.
Mayor Larry Vaughn.
Oh, this is starting to ring a bell.
Is it?
I remember us talking about it now.
Yeah. Quint. That probably didn't help you much. No. How about Martin Brody? Matt Hooper. Let me repeat those for those of you that did not pause. This is a movie. Alex Kintner, Hendricks, Mayor Larry Vaughn, Quint, Martin Brody, Matt Hooper. And now here's your 2 actors. Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider.
Oh, this is the hockey movie. Is that right?
No.
Oh. Wait. Who were the actors again?
Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider's the dude from Jaws, right?
That's the movie. I don't know whether to give you credit or not. No, fuck, no. Okay. Last week I was in a good mood and I was going to give you. No, you don't get credit.
Why not? I'm going through my progression.
No.
I'm thinking,
you're 0 for 1. What year did this come out?
I'm thinking out loud.
No, fuck you. Fuck you.
The first Jaws. It's the first Jaws?
Yeah. I always do the first one.
Wasn't that 1980?
No. 1975.
Oh, man.
Yeah, how about that? Huh?
Okay.
So Jaws.
I should get credit for that.
No, you get no credit.
No, that's bullshit.
Okay.
I'm playing this under protest.
Okay,
I want to file a grievance with like they did on the thing.
Okay, well, you better say something to butter me up, you know. I'll give you a half point and I'm rounding it down. How about that? Now, here's something, though. $9 million to make this movie.
Yeah.
At the box office, 477 million.
Holy shit.
That is a big fucking
Back then, even?
yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
heck.
that's huge. That's huge. 3 things about this movie. Martha's Vineyard was used as Amity Island.
Yeah.
Residents were paid as extras $64 to scream and run across the beach. Now, Martha's Vineyard, don't all rich people live there? Is $64 enough for those people? I know it was 75, but still.
I don't think it's nearly.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's not this. It's something else.
Oh, that's mine.
What's going on here? This place is a
Yeah,
disaster.
we are.
Holy
Sorry
shit.
about that. Sorry about that.
I don't know. I mean, what do extras get paid normally? Like maybe it's only like $10 a day.
Yeah,
so
but
maybe...
okay, but if you're having it like in some piece of shit place, I can see it.
right.
But fucking Martha's Vineyard, like were the Kennedys running on the beach? Okay, now this is an amazing. Attending this movie, 67 million Americans, which was 1/3 of the U.S. population.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a phenomenon.
I know. It was. And this one, Cox wrote. This is how I remembered we talked about it.
Yeah.
The crowds were so big, and when we got let out of the movie, I announced what happened to ruin it for the next crowd. I was young then, people. You know, I wasn't a mature.
Not much has changed.
I wasn't a mature human being like I am
right.
now.
Yeah. I used a big word earlier. What was it? Something mind. I don't remember now. Remember I described this as something. Oh,
yeah, you did.
Mindfully something.
Something, yeah. You're still an unemotional ogre. That's from last week. Okay, one more thing. Robert Shaw, he was the guy that. Okay. He did not earn a penny. He was facing tax evasion charges. He had to forego his salary to make amends. How about that, huh?
Good night.
Yeah.
You imagine?
Poor Robert.
Yeah. Wow. I still think I get credit.
No, you're.
We should put that out to vote.
You're 0 for 2. Okay, that's right. These two aren't together. Hey, we're done with that segment. Coming up, going for Joe DiMaggio to tie Joe DiMaggio's record, number 56 of the music game.
All you want is back to the weekend. Time to name that song.
Okay. That's probably a bad way to start, huh? Okay.
Is it?
But here's the deal. To show you we're a different podcast than most, we sometimes have production meetings on right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that often. Mm-hmm. And just to keep you abreast, last week, I didn't pee until right before Samurai Chatter. Mm-hmm. This week, I just had my 3rd urination out here during this show. So, you're in on that now. Now you know. Pee 3 times. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's time to get serious, though. We're at the music game. Tiny and Paul G have got 55 in a row. And about, 16 weeks ago, we started talking about Joe DiMaggio's record of 56 games where he hit in a row. Mm-hmm. And now you have a chance to tie that Joe DiMaggio, the Yankee Clipper.
That's right.
And you have a chance. And what I do is I give the lyrics. Once again, it's like the movie game. You can pause, but don't cheat. Don't cheat. And see if you can get this one.
Joe didn't have to do it in such deplorable conditions, though. We're really...
No, he didn't. In baseball games, they cancel. They postpone games.
That's right.
No, not us.
Nope.
We don't know how much heat we have left. We're trying to get every last little bit of it here in the cathedral. Right. Okay, so we better go. Huh? I'm giving you the second verse before I'll give you the first verse if you can't get it. I just like the second verse better.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
And are you guys ready? Awesome. Some sweat hog mama with a face like a gent said my get up and go must have got up and went. Well, I got good news. She's a real good liar because the backstage boogie set your pants on fire.
Oh, I know this song.
You want me to give you the first verse? Because I said I would.
Aerosmith.
Yep. Here, I'll give you while you're thinking. Talk about things that nobody cares, wearing other things that nobody wears. You're calling my name, but I got to make clear, I can't say baby where I'll be in a year. We're going to give him a little extra time today because this is the Ty Joe DiMaggio. Ty Joe DiMaggio. He knows the song, but if he can't get the damn thing, then no, he's supposed to be the music expert. See, he is a self-proclaimed music expert. He has 40,000 albums right below where we're sitting right now, yet this is a pretty easy one, I thought.
And it is, and I know the song. I'm sitting here, keep singing it. I can't think of the shaking your hands.
Well, I said I'm giving you fucking time, but I'm not giving you forever.
What? This isn't Jeopardy.
What is this?
I don't know. Now we do it.
Not sure.
Oh my God, I can't think of the name of the song.
How much time do we give them, people?
I don't know.
You know?
If it is Jeopardy, I'm out of time.
Mm-hmm. Do. I think you're fucked, right?
My brain isn't working.
Okay, Paul G. I hope you.
I know the whole. I can keep singing it.
Well, keep singing it and fucking tell me the words are in there.
I know. I know. Go ahead.
Okay, Paul G.
Or know it. Everybody fucking knows it.
Everybody. Well, everyone that has a little bit of age. Sweet emotion. Sweet emotion. Yeah.
I couldn't get into that part of it. I kept into the faster part.
Well, that's probably a pretty important part. Based on the game we're playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
What year?
76.
75. 75.
Damn it.
Same as Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Same as Jaws. So you went a paltry 1 for 5 this week. A paltry 1 for 5. Now, you have to stay tuned because Paul G watches just like you, and he'll let me know whether he got it or not. And Joe DiMaggio might be, a week from now, he might be glowing because, or no, that would be, Ted Williams was frozen.
Yeah, right.
He wouldn't be glowing. Anyway, we'll be back. I have,
Sweet Emotion.
That's right, Sweet Emotion, Aerosmith, 1975. I have an argy-bargy from my seminar this week.
Ooh.
Hey, give us some of that giving it all to Jack. Give it some of that.
Welcome back. It's Argy Bargy. It's time for me to bitch. And I was at this seminar this week, and I don't usually bitch about things, but the lady came up before the seminar started, and she was talking about the movies they have. And she said, I'm sorry, yesterday's movie that we had was very inappropriate.
Oh.
And now I'm sitting there. I'm one of the young people. Who's to say it's fucking inappropriate? I'm okay with saying it's inappropriate for young kids. Sure. I'm all with that. Yeah. Roland, you probably shouldn't be watching this.
That's right.
But telling an old person it's inappropriate, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, okay, when I turn 70, which I have, am I supposed to start listening to elevator music instead of Led Zeppelin?
Yes.
I mean, what the fuck? Am I supposed to stop liking boobies and whatnot? Am I supposed to watch Driving Miss Daisy instead of Showgirls or Debbie Does Dallas?
Oh,
what the fuck?
Right.
So I looked up the movies because that's all she'd say. She even said, I hope you guys left before it started.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, what the fuck? And it was a movie called All of Us Strangers. You ever heard of this movie?
Never heard of it.
Me neither. So I looked it up. And it was about a gay relationship. So she either didn't like the gaiety, or I don't think it was mostly this, but I'm sure they had a sex scene in there.
Right.
But who gives a, I mean, these people are fucking 80 years old.
And there's all kinds of sex going on in the old
right,
folks' homes.
absolutely. Absolutely. So I was taken aback by this woman saying it's fucking inappropriate.
Right.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going to quote, I had this old friend years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, he was my father's friend, but he said to me, I'll start going to those senior citizens meetings, not when they have old people there, when they start bringing in some young women taking their clothes off. And that's where I'm at. They're old enough to make their own choice. What the fuck? Let them make their choice. Inappropriate for a fucking 80-year-old. Fuck that. That's my argy-bargy.
So, thanks for stopping by John Long Show. Hope you had some fun.
We're moving right along. Why? Not because we want to bring this to you, because we're afraid that heat's going to fucking run out. So it's going to get real cold in here real quick. It's not like it's that warm anyway.
Right.
But why do we do this? For you, the home viewer, because we are the hardest working podcast in 4 states. 4.
That's
the
right.
tri-state area here and North Carolina also, thanks to McElmont. So we have 4 states. We are the hardest working podcast.
I think they should know. Not only, we are all about the fans, because
we are.
In order to provide the superior product, we don't turn the heat up as high as it's capable, because it makes a background noise, and we do that for them.
We do.
We sacrifice our own well-being for the fans.
I hope you guys appreciate it. Okay, it's time for our most popular segment. Has that ever been verified?
I think so. Just like Twitter, we get the blue check. Who the fuck? I don't know. Sure.
Okay. This was an interesting one. It was Would You Rather, and we pit 2 women against each other. And this week it's Sierra versus Beyonce. 2 gorgeous women, and they both only have one name.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
That's right.
They say the great ones only need one name.
That's right. Tiny.
Yeah. Prince. How about that? Huh? Anyway, there weren't a lot of comments from the general crowd. One person took Sierra and said, "Go Steelers."
Wow.
Okay. Although I read today he's probably not going to be back.
That's probably good for the good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And this person said,
"Oh no,
Sierra, because Beyonce looks like she could start for the Steelers." And this person, wow, this is very anti Sierra, just because she's not Beyonce.
Wow.
I know. I was aware of that.
Yeah.
One guy said he was scared of both, but he was a little less scared of Sierra.
Okay.
I didn't understand that.
That's
either.
interesting.
And now you'll know who this is from. Sierra, all day long, I want to squirt some Italian cream on those chocolate titters. Who do you think you know who that was from?
Oh, this is right up his alley for sure. I know who that is, and this is in his wheelhouse.
And we don't mention names. So, but we do have. Okay, you ready for a comment to adore?
I am.
His has been very good lately.
He's been on a roll.
Yeah. He says, "I'm going with Beyonce. This is a tough one as I fantasize of each one. On one hand, literally, Sierra is a true ebony beauty." He always knows these stats, too. He says, 34C after implants and looks amazing even after squeezing out 4 kids. With that mesomorphic body type, I could hump her all night.
Wow.
On the other hand, literally, Beyonce is 39, 28, 41. And the 41 puts her over the top. That bootylicious ass makes her, what's that say? Makes her my black beauty more than I would like to. Well, holy hell. That bootylicious ass makes her my black beauty more than I would truly love to ride for a triple crown.
Wow.
How about that, huh?
Wow. Okay. That's a good one.
I'm sorry I fucked that up, comment to adore. Okay. Like I said, I peed 3 times. So, you got to give me some fucking credit.
That's right.
Damn it. Okay, this is a different spin. He said, "This is tough. I'm pretty sure Beyonce made a pact with the devil And Sierra is married to a pussy.
Wow.
Like it's a different spin. He looks at the world a little differently.
Yeah, okay.
With that being said, if you put a gun to my head and told me that I had to sleep with one of them, I would choose Beyonce because she seems more slutty. Hopefully God will forgive me.
Wow.
And that's right. I forgot, before we get into Mr. Harrelson, we're going to talk about your 4 redneck friends.
Oh, we sure can.
Tiny lives in the sticks, okay? And there's a certain stereotypical stigma that goes with that. And you think, oh, that's not true. But it is fucking true. It is fucking true. Tell them.
I think a lot of people think I'm the same way, and I'm most definitely not.
You're definitely not.
I'm not. Well, what's ironic is for some reason, I never have sent any would you rathers out to my friends. So this is the first time I've done it in mass. I've done it to a couple things here and there, but this is the first time I've done it in mass. And there's a group of 3 that I sent it to, and they all responded almost immediately, no. I'm out on both cases. Neither. They said neither in both cases, and it was because they're both black.
Which is fucking, these 2 women are fucking gorgeous. I thought this might have been the toughest one because they're both so good looking.
And they didn't even offer like alternative. It was just nope, neither.
And your buddy that I write to said the same thing. Now, did any of your buddies actually answer?
No. It went like this. I sent it out, and almost immediately the one guy said neither. The next one said same, and the third guy said neither like 10 minutes later. Okay, you say so.
Ah, damn. No wonder we're all so fucked up.
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
I was like, okay, well.
Neither
thanks
of
for playing.
These, Okay. And because I had a couple people say both.
Yeah. I mean, that makes way more sense.
That's what I told them. I said, Tiny's 3 friends said neither. I'm thinking, neither? Neither. Okay.
Yeah.
Time for Mr. Harrelson. Beyonce has to be this generation's Tina Turner, where everyone under 25 years old rubs out a stiffy, resulting in flaky bed sheets. But those thighs would not be my jaws of life. Ooh. Instead, those quads could turn my twig and berries into dust. He said, I'll go with Sierra. I wouldn't mind creating a white Nile River from her chin to her ample river basin navel. That's Mr. Harrelson.
There he is.
Okay. So, all right.
Boy.
We talked about your redneck fucking asshole friends.
Sure did.
And we read Mr. Harrelson, a comment to a door and a different spin.
Yep.
And now it's your turn.
Yeah. I wasn't sure how this was going to go, and I'm not sure based on your comments either how this goes. I'm taking Sierra.
Okay.
And I'm going to bang her, and I'm going to make Russell Wilson watch in the corner. like a little cuck. And yeah, that's how I'm doing it.
Okay. All right. I would love either one of these 2. I mean, Beyonce's been a dream girl of mine for a long time. But, okay, unlike the unemotional ogre of you, I'd like to hang with these women after I was done.
Oh.
And
I'm not interested.
I don't want to fucking talk to Jay-Z, but Russell Wilson, I would like to talk to. So I'm going with Sierra also.
Okay.
But, okay, this is the final score. You ready?
Go ahead.
Our 2 votes. Sierra 47, Beyonce 19.
Holy
40.
shit.
I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to find someone to compete with Beyonce. Originally, I was going to do Beyonce versus Rihanna.
Okay.
And then when I saw Sierra on that, when I texted you, I saw Sierra on that talk show, and I said, man, she looked pretty good. I think I'm going to go with her instead. 47-19.
And I'll be honest, I didn't know who she was till you sent me this.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, 47-19.
Okay.
So there you have it. Beyonce will sometime turn up in Onions, Coochie, and Cat Piss in the loser bracket.
She needs a redemption, I think, on another Would You Rather.
Yeah. And Sierra moves on to that tournament we may or may not have.
Wow.
We'll be back with Samurai Chatter.
Well, I believe in UFOs. That's what gets me every time. Let's decide and go better.
Okay, welcome back. It's time for Samurai Chatter. And this is where we answer questions so you get to know us up close and personal. Unfortunately, as we were just talking about, we're not sure if this is as funny as we had hoped. So, I don't know. If you have any suggestions, write Dear Tiny about what the fuck we should be doing now, because I'm not sure.
Dear Tiny, why do you podcast?
Yeah, what the, well, yeah. Well, we ask ourselves that every fucking week. And this is number 90, by the way. Did we mention that? Number 90. How about that?
That's right.
We're
persistent, if anything else.
Matter of fact, give them some stats.
Yeah. So we got another YouTube attaboy this week. We have surpassed 5,000 viewing hours.
Wow.
And since inception. I really wanted to take the time to figure out how much that is a day, but I didn't bother.
I wouldn't either.
So but apparently that is a milestone for YouTube.
Okay.
So we've surpassed 5,000 hours
in
less than 2 years. I think that's a lot of viewer time.
Yeah, it is.
So there's that. And then
what's the matter with you fucking people?
And then there's another showed note. We are on. We probably don't promote this enough based on our viewership and listenership.
Oh, I thought that's just because we were shitty.
But we are on Spotify and Apple, and Spotify just did something where now you can also view video on Spotify. So you can always listen to us in the car at any point in time. That's been out there. We have every show in the history of the show on Spotify and Apple. You can go listen to anything, but going forward, we are also going to have video on Spotify. So if you have a Spotify account, you will be able to get the video of the show there too. And as I understand, it's ad-free. Whether you pay for anything or not, there's no ads. So,
well, is there ads on YouTube?
No, because then we get paid.
Well, that ain't fucking happening. So there's no fun. Don't worry about ads, because we're number one, we know we don't deserve to get paid. Number two, we don't even want to get paid.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're ad free.
That's it. That's right. So yeah, if you do anything on Spotify, the video will start being available. Hopefully this week's episode, if I do it right.
So maybe in a month or so.
Yeah. So
all right. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. You ready for these Samurai Chatter questions?
Let's do it.
All right. This I took straight from my seminar, because those winter warriors that they were talking about, the animals, they talk about they either hibernate or they migrate or they adapt. So they're either going to sleep or they're going south or they find a way. So give them that choice. And we want you guys to answer this too. Would you rather hibernate, migrate, or adapt?
I'm surprised you don't know my answer to this already. It's adapt. Because oh yeah, absolutely.
I thought you were going to hibernate.
No. This is very much adapt, much like my game. I adapt to what my team needs. If you need me to score, I score. You need me to defense, I play defense. You need rebounding. It's much like and like some of our listeners have said, I'm well versed. So yeah.
Wait, who said that? That one chick. And you know what? Have we heard from her for a while?
It's been a couple, but she might be behind.
Like a year. We haven't heard from her for you haven't mentioned her for a long fucking time.
I don't know. So yeah, it's easy. That's easy. Adapt, just like my game. Adapt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking about adapting, but now I'm not going to because you fucking said it. What I did learn from this is migration. Some animals do it because they have to, and some just because they want to. They could do it either way. So I'll do it that way. I'll be like the old person that's sometime you go to Florida and sometime you don't. You look at the weather forecast, for Christ's sake. I'll migrate if it's going to be real shitty, and if it's going to be okay. If this global warming ever kicks in, which it hasn't kicked in at the cathedral, no. But anyway, I'm going to migrate based on whether I have to or whether I don't. How about that?
Okay.
All right. This one actually is pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The stories won't be, our answers won't be. What day in your life would you like to relive?
Yeah. I know everyone's going to want you to say, your wedding or the birth of your kid, or I want to do something where I was competing at something, because I really miss not competing. I need to, like, whether it's honestly, even just like a stupid Sunday, I probably go back to something football, maybe track related, something where I was competing at stuff, because I haven't competed in so long. And it's I always talk about how competition is a good motivator. I need a motivating thing. And so I'd like to relive a day where I was competing at something.
All right, that's a good answer.
Is it?
Not particularly entertaining.
No, exactly.
Okay. And I don't think mine's going to be entertaining either, but I think everyone's going to be able to relate. You and you. How about that? Okay. Because I thought about this too, and I was going to do like in 71 when the Pirates won this. I had a great day because we went down. But no, I actually thought about this one, unlike the next two coming up. Okay, everyone has it for most of you it was junior high. For me, it wasn't until high school or sometime in your life. Remember when you first start a relationship, and like the first and second time, you like start making out and you get to touch things you didn't think you were going to be able to touch. And I mean, that was the beginning of a relationship just was so fun, especially when you were young and the hormones are just shooting all over. And damn, that was good.
That's a good.
That was just that excited me so much. Like I said, I get to touch this, and then maybe that's all. It wasn't a lot. Like I said, I wasn't some suave motherfucker.
Right.
Like I wasn't even getting any, but just making out and touching the outside of. Oh, that was so good. And where might this go? Well, as we know, everyone but one went nowhere. But fuck,
as the Penthouse letters have proven.
Exactly. Exactly. But just any one of those days. Actually, probably the second one was the best, because the first one is a little, but the second one you're kind of okay with yourself. We still on there.
I saw something.
Me too. I saw it too. Okay. All right. Well, so we better move to number 3. All right. What are 5 things that make you happy?
I might have a hard time with 5, but I can tell you one thing that makes me very happy right now. Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. That is fucking, I am so happy to be a Lakers fan right now.
So you think the Lakers that's going to propel them to the top?
I don't know about this year, but if nothing else, it signifies the end of the LeBron era, which means it'll happen sometime in my lifetime, because I was starting to wonder. And as much as I like AD, Luka Doncic, first of all, he's so fun to watch, and this is where everybody probably thinks I'm racist because he's a white guy. Magic Johnson's my favorite player of all time, so you can shove that up your ass. But the fact that he's there and this is the dawning of a new era for Lakers.
But your friends that didn't want to do Beyonce or Sierra, they're happy. Yeah, they're happy.
Ironically, I know the one guy's a Celtics fan.
Really?
Yeah, because of Larry Bird. Yeah. So that Luka going to the Lakers makes me very happy. I can finally maybe start watching the NBA. And again, the game still has its issues, but man, that's going to be fun to watch.
Okay, so that's what you got.
I'm 5 is that's a lot. I don't know if I have 5 things that make me happy.
Okay. All right, I do. My team winning, because I'm a sports guy.
Yep.
Italian food, sleeping in, sex, and beer. There's 5 for you right there. How about that? Huh?
I can probably steal a couple of those.
Absolutely. And if you want to steal it, do it. You go ahead too. Yeah, that one was pretty easy. Yeah. Now this one was harder for me. Last one. What is your DJ name?
So I swear to you, this isn't a plug, but it would be DJ Samurai Chatter. That is, of all the stuff we've done on the show, that is probably it's easily hands down, even though you're going to say yours is your Prince of Pittsburgh. The sound clip of the Wata thing is easily my favorite sound clip of this. And I think DJ Samurai Chatter kind of has a nice ring to it. It's easily my favorite thing from this show. I'm sticking with that.
All right. Well, I went worse than that. I went with Watermelon Slim. Those of you that watch, I can't even remember what that was. Someone was named Watermelon Slim.
It was. Man,
I don't remember who it was
now either. No.
And it's true. They didn't have an answer when I walked in here tonight. I wrote that down. I had the answers to the rest of them, but that came to my mind. So, hey, this is Watermelon Slim and Samurai Chatter coming to you live from the cathedral. How about that shit? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was my first thought, and it's true. I mean, we even had my buddy Cliff came up with the design for it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts of the show, so I'm sticking with it.
Okay. All right. So, Samurai Chatter, Watermelon Slim. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. A quote. We always have a quote, and it's Yogi Berra.
Nice.
Yogi Berra. And this is pretty good. Yogi Berra said, you can observe a lot just by watching. That motherfucker had a way with words, didn't he?
That's so good.
Okay. So we both want to thank you for this was number 90. That should be the benchmark or something, but we didn't really treat it that way. No. And Valentine's Day should be something, but we didn't treat it that way either. But it still was fucking number 90 for Christ's sakes. And because we're the hardest, because we are 122 years of marriage without divorce, because we are the only Category 5 podcast in the universe, and because we are the hardest working podcast in 4 states, and we might expand on that too. Because of that, we'll be back next week with number 91 for you. Number 91, but this was number 90. Yep. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week.
With heat.
Hopefully.